Alright, this video is about the first white man, and it's going to be based on the Bible, and also going to be explaining the origin of the different European nations as they are explained in the Bible. So this is the video about Japheth.
Please forgive me, I'm just searching for my deity. Please forgive me, I'm a nerd who makes anomalies. Please forgive me, I'm just searching for my deity. Please forgive me, I'm a nerd who makes anomalies. Please forgive me, I'm just searching for my deity. Please forgive me, I'm a nerd who makes anomalies. Please forgive me, I'm just searching for my deity. Looking for another la la land. I hope my mama.
So in the Bible, the issue of the Jews and the Gentiles is a very important one, and it's also a very controversial topic. As you can see in the New Testament, when Paul is writing about it, he has so many debates, like theological debates with Jews who are wondering if the Gentiles are also supposed to be inheriting the kingdom. And then he makes the arguments that everyone is supposed to inherit the kingdom under Jesus. But it is also important to realize that the Bible in the New Testament also speaks about the true Jews and the fake Jews and the effect that it has. So some of the verses that are about the true Jews and the fake Jews are like all over the Bible. So here are a few of them. So first, here's Romans 11:11. I say then, have they stumbled that they should fall? God forbid. But rather through their fall, salvation has come unto the Gentiles, for to provoke them to jealousy. So this is talking about the Jews and the Gentiles. That's what I'm saying. Like in verse 10, it says, let their eyes be darkened that they may not see, and bow down their back alway. So this is talking about the true people here, from David to the other Gentiles. So here the Gentiles are being said that their salvation is causing jealousy to the other Jews. So which is actually the reason why I'm saying it's a very controversial topic. Okay, so let's go to another scripture. So again, this is Romans, and then this is Romans chapter 1 verse 16 here. So it says, for I am not ashamed of the gospel of Christ, for it is the power of God unto salvation to everyone that believes, to the Jew first and also to the Greek. So here the Jew is being juxtaposed with the Greek, okay, the Greek word here, because the Jews and Gentiles is about the Jews and the Greeks were literally white people. And this is talking about the Jew first and the Greek second. So this is the book of Romans. This is chapter 1. So the book of Romans actually speaks about this topic extensively in terms of the conclusion of the matter, but here we want to know the basis. So here is another verse. Okay, and now here is like the crowning verse. It's saying this one is Revelation chapter 3 verse 9. Okay, and this one is a very powerful one. Okay, so it says, behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan, which say they are Jews and are not, but do lie. Behold, I will make them to come and worship before thy feet, and to know that I have loved thee. Okay, this one's a very important one, and this is a revelation, which means that we are supposed to know who are the true Jews, because there's another verse. So this is about the lie. Okay, just hold this thought. So yeah, we're now here at 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 verse let's read from verse 10. Okay, and all deceivableness. So we're talking about that same lie in Revelation. And with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they received not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. So this is all New Testament. All right. And for this cause, God shall send them a strong delusion. Okay, that they should believe a lie, that they all might be damned who believed not the truth, but had pleasure in unrighteousness. Okay, So these are the verses that I'm talking about here, and this is Thessalonians. I read from Romans and Revelation. So far we've been reading the Bible. We've been reading Romans, Thessalonians, Revelation. There are many other verses like Acts and Galatians and so forth that talk about the subject matter. But then I'm just giving you a brief overlook. So Paul makes it clear that the salvation is to the Jew first, right? And to the Greek second. But it is also saying that all who believe in Christ shall be saved. So this is not an issue of creating a hierarchy. It is actually creating a humility in terms of the truth. But the crowning matter, which is revealed in Revelation, is that we have to know the true Jews. And this is something that we find in the OT, in the Old Testament. So right now, I'm going to go into the Genesis, and I'm going to go into the real starting point of where the issue of Gentiles literally comes from, according to the Bible. So let's go into it. All right, so here we are at Genesis 10. So we're talking about the generations of Noah. Okay, so here we say, now these are the generations of the sons of Noah: Shem, Ham, and Japheth. So the title of the video is about Japheth. We've spoken about Noah. We've spoken about Shem and Ham. There's more information about Shem and Ham in the book, which is The Black Jews of Africa, and other videos. But here we're talking about Japheth. So unto them were born sons after the flood. Okay, so here we say the sons of Japheth: Gomer, Magog, Madai, Javan, Tubal, Meshech, Tiras. The sons of Gomer: Ashkenaz, Raphtah, Togmah. The sons of Javan: Elishah, Tarshish, Kittim, Dodanim. By these were the isles of the Gentiles, divided in their land, every one after their tongue, after their family, after their nations. So this is verse 5, which talks about so this is actually the first occurrence of the Gentiles, and this is where they are revealed. So this is the generations. So this is the sons of Japheth. Okay, so just keep all of the sons of Japheth in mind, because we're going to go into them. But before we go into that, I'm just going to scroll and show you that the sons of Ham are not Gentiles. So the sons of Ham: Cush, Mizraim, Put, Canaan. And then it says, and Canaan did this and did that. But it says that these are the sons of Ham after their families and their tongues, in their countries and their nations. You see, it's a difference. These are the Gentiles in verse 5 according to Japheth. But when we read about the sons of Ham in verse 6 to verse 20, we see that we are not told that they are Gentiles, because they are not. Okay, they're not Gentiles. All right. But then it just says these are their families after their tongues, in their countries and their nations. The same thing happens with Shem. So Shem, we hear about his children. I'm not going to go through that because that would be reading the whole chapter, right? But then it says that these are the sons of Shem after their families, after their tongues, and their lands and their nations. The same as Ham, but very different from Japheth. So far, what we've just discovered, what we've just read, is very, very exciting, because it's just the truth, and then it's also very, very explanatory. All right, but then it still needs more explanation. All right, so here it says that these are the isles of the Gentiles, divided in their lands. So the Gentiles were the children of Japheth. All right, so I'm going to go into each child, right? And then it will show us each place of each individual. So in other videos, I've gone over Ham and Shem. So if so I'm not going to go into those children specifically in detail, but then I'm just going to illustrate the notion that is in the book. So this is a free book that you can download, and I'm also making videos on that book, so you can also watch the videos if reading is too exhaustive, right? But in the book, I explained how Shem and Ham are the same. They're Hammed. And this is also just explained in their children, that when you look into chapter 10, you can just read chapter 10, look at the names of the children and grandchildren of Ham, and then you'll see that the names like Sheba, the names like Ophir, the names like Havilah, these are the names that are in the children of Ham, and they're in the children of Shem because they're both Hammed. All right, so this is why I'm not going to go into them, because their story, because they're both Jews and they had the same traditions. Like when you read about the Queen of Sheba, she came to find wisdom. When you read about Ethiopia, you'd see that she also came, and the Ethiopian eunuch also had the scriptures, so they were also reading the scriptures in Africa. And then you don't see the same thing happening with the Greeks. They're not reading the same scriptures. Instead, the children of Shem and Ham have to go to them, because that's how you read Acts 13 verse chapter 1, which is speaking about a Nigerian preacher who goes to Antioch, who goes to Turkey, who goes to all of these places where the children of Japheth have to be taught, because they're the Gentiles, and this is according to the Bible. So the children of Japheth, let's go into the children of Japheth, okay? But before we do that, I want us to discuss the issue of why they're said that they live in the isles of the Gentiles. All right, let's look into that as we go into where they were. So then this will show us a clearer picture, so that we know the truth, and the truth will set us free.
So we're going over the sons of Japheth. This is Genesis 10 from chapter 1, the genealogy of the sons of Noah, Shem, Ham, Japheth, and the sons were born to them after the flood. The sons of Japheth again, Gomer, Magog, Madai, Javan, Tubal, Meshech, and Tiras. The sons of Gomer were Ashkenaz, Raphtah, Togmar. The sons of Javan, Elisha, Tarshish, Kittim, Dodanim. All right. And of these, the coastland people, or the isles of the Gentiles, were separated in their land, everyone according to their language, according to their family, in their nation. So the first stop is the meaning of the word isles. So isle, this is a very interesting word here because of the meaning of it. All right, so isle is island. So this means island. So it actually means, like, the creation speaks about how everything is created by the land, but then this is talking about the different islands, which talks about water. All right, so when we look at this word, it actually has EA as opposed to AE, which is linked to the Bantu key of knowledge, which has the ether, Ethiopia, and all of those things. So the word island is the word isle, and then the word England is the word isle. So when we say the isle of the Gentile, we're actually speaking of the origin of the England, or the England people, England, island. So island is Ig land, or England, which is the water land. And when you look at England, it is actually a place that's surrounded by water. So again, the EA is opposed to the AE, which speaks of the Gentiles, EA, and then the AE, which is the Jews, which is just a juxtaposition of the AE and the EA, which is in the ash tree. So this is explained in the video about that. So far we have an understanding of the different isles of the Gentiles. Okay, so now we're gonna go into the children. So Japheth gave rise to Germanic people, Celtic people, as well as Slavic people. Ashkenaz, this is his son. So this Ashkenaz it means Germans, and this is his main son. And then we're also talking about Magog. All right, so Germans also include Canaanites in the north. So the Canaanites are interesting because they're also not given land, they're given isles. This is how you see the Phoenician kingdom is a water-based kingdom. They're the people who started building boats. Okay, and another son of him is Ripta, son of Goma. These are the Balkans. This is Europe. Okay, so these are all places where Caucasian people settled. Okay, so the Celts, the Gauls, and then Togmar. These are the Germans. These are the Turks. Okay, Magog. These are the Russians. All right, these are the Mongol, Chinese, Koreans. And when you understand the history of China, you'd see that the Mongolian king was the one who like overpopulated them because he was a rapist. Like, he used to rape a lot of the people. So these are also the Edomites. All right, and then these are the Edomites, and then I would not say Hamitic, I would say Canaanite, and then they're saying elements. So these are the Magog, and then Madai. These are the most influential of the children of Japheth. So these are the Medes. Okay, Javan. The sons of Javan, Elisha, Tarshish, Kittim, Dodanim, became the Mediterranean people. So now we're talking about Portugal, Spain, and Italy through Javan. So this is all in Europe, okay? And then the Canaanites are always going to pop up, you know? Canaanites, Moabites, Edomites, and things like that. But the Israelites and the Jews, they also were moving around because they're so-called Hamites, but then the Hamathites or the Hamites, the Canaanites. Okay, so Tarshish, again, this is Turkey. Okay, this is Spain, Phoenicia. Phoenicia is Canaanite. So the Canaanites are so prominent. Tubal, Spain, Russia. Meshech is from Moscow. Tiraz, Thracians. This is South Europe. And then these are also the Persians.
So we've gone over the different countries with the Isles of the Gentiles, and we've gone through European countries for the most part, because Japheth was the person who was the progenitor of all of those people. So whether or not he was fully 100% like black, like Shem and Ham, he was a European or a Caucasian ancestor. And for all of these countries that we've just gone over, this information is by Josephus. And this is the research that he did and the countries that he linked to the people in the Bible. And I just find this as a very stimulating investigation, because it shows the truth in the Bible in terms of reality. And also, if this is also true, it also means that for the children of Ham and for the children of Shem, the same investigation should be made with the same conclusions that are linking the people in the same way that the Greeks are linked to Javan. So then the children of Eber, as we have seen, Eber is the father of Igbo, which is the first Hebrew. And someone like Shem has that as a prominent child. And then at the same time, Japheth's most prominent child is Ashkenaz. So to just tie this whole issue together, we're going to look at that child basically, who is now referred to as the foremost Jew. And just to know that the Bible says that Ashkenaz in Genesis is a Gentile, but in our world we are believing and loving a lie which says that Ashkenaz is a Jew. So we're just going to go into Ashkenaz and Ashkenazi. All right, so we've already gone over this verse, but here we're just making another quick check here. So the sons of Japheth, Goma, Magog, Madai, Javan, Tubal, Meshech, Tiras, and we've gone over all of these children and seen that they're Caucasian. And now, verse 3, it says the sons of Gomer, Ashkenaz, Ripta, Togmar. Okay, so by these were the Isles of the Gentiles divided in their lands. So this word Ashkenaz Ashkenaz. This is what we're going to be focusing on.
True Jews, we come here to the Ashkenazi Jews. So these are very prominent, but here it says they are the Jews of Germany. They speak Yiddish. This is not Hebrew. So as we've already seen, Germania or Germany is coming from Japheth, which is the Isles of the Gentiles. Okay, so the Ashkenazi Jews are a population. So their language is Yiddish, which is not Hebrew. So they are Jewish and Slavic linguistic elements, but they use the Hebrew alphabet, right? So this is what it's all about. And so this is the, like, most of the Jews, like if you hear someone saying, oh, this person's a Jew, they usually referring to this population, about 10 to 11 million people. So most of them are in the US, some are in Israel, in Russia, Argentina, all over the place, even South Africa, you know. This is all good. And also it's just all right, I'll explain that later. But so there are also different types of Jews, but the Ashkenazi are the biggest group of Jews. So I just want to show you that part. I'm just scrolling through this article to look at that. So basically this is just the interesting part. So it is estimated that the 11th century Ashkenazi comprises 3% of global Jewish population, with the estimate made in 1930 listed them. So they are 92. So this is the they are 92% of the world's Jewish population, basically. So basically, if you say a Jew, you mean Ashkenazi. But in the Bible, it actually says that we should not be doing this, because 92% of the world's Jewish population is the Ashkenazi type of population, and which is also a very, very, very tender topic, just based on the propaganda that surrounded this whole issue. Okay, but according to the Bible, this is the interesting thing to note. And the name Ashkenazi, okay, the name Ashkenazi derives from the biblical figure of Ashkenaz, the first son of Gomer, son of Japheth. Okay, so they won't tell you that son of the Gentile. So if you want to understand what the Bible means by the synagogue of Satan and loving a lie, it is us, my people perish from a lack of knowledge.
So the origin of the Ashkenazi is found in the book of Esther, when the Gentiles converted. But then after that, we kind of forgot about the whole timeline of the things that happened prior to that, and then the converts now became the actual only Jews in existence. So that was the whole issue that was going on in the whole story. And then the whole notion of Jews being black or white was it came from the issue of racism that started with the issue of Ham, Shem, and Canaan, and that gave the white people this desire to go and occupy the promised land, which was done based on the Bible, which is still going on to this day. But when you read the Bible, what you actually discover is the truth, and the truth of it is that Ashkenazi is the German Jew, and the Germans were they were very, very advanced, because the gift of the Gentiles has been and was the ability to augment, the ability to excel, the ability of excellence. So this is why it says that I am going to make you greater to Japheth. This is what the blessing is. And then and then this has just been seen, like the Gentiles are able to create systems that develop any system or idea. They can actually make it much mechanical and technical, and this is what we saw with the discovery or the invention of the printing press, which happened in Germany. But then this augmented the reality, because they started printing newspapers, also started printing money, right? But then it started printing newspapers, and the newspapers started printing propaganda, and this propaganda was later on used against them. And the propaganda is now used against us, because we don't even realize the fact that there was also some bad things that happened to the actual Hebrew Jews, not Ashkenazi Jews. Like, we can talk about the Ashkenazi, and then we hear the sad stories that were printed and published about the horrors that happened in Germany. But we also have some horrors that were not printed and published by Eber, by Shem and Ham, which is just basically the slave trade colonization. And this happened over years and years. But when we look at the issue in Germany, it happened over a few years, which was a huge disaster. But that wasn't the only thing that happened to the Jews. So they were indeed Jews, but they were converted Jews, and they were not Hebrew Jews. So the Hebrew Jews are from Eber, which is from Igbo, which is from Nigeria, which is from Africa. And these are the Jews that are called my people and such things. But because the Ashkenazi or the Germans had this great ability with technology and augmenting things and things like that, that they were able to augment money, they were able to augment news, and they were able to create the huge media empire. And even when they later moved from Germany into America, they were also able to create this augmented reality called The American Dream, which is a documentary that I just reposted on this channel, and you can find it there. And then you can just watch how they created the American Dream. But what you see when you see that documentary is that they came in luxurious boats, while the actual Jews came in shackles and chains, as it is written in the Bible. So this is the whole story of the Jews and the Gentiles, and we've traced the Isles of the Gentiles, and we've seen that the Isles is the England, or the England, the English, which is the UK and the US, and this is what it's all about. So if you really enjoyed this, then you could also read more about this topic in the book, The Lost Bantu Book of the Black Jews of Africa. And if you want to go even deeper into this knowledge and information, you can get the book Hustle and Motivate. So thank you so much for joining me in this quest of knowledge, and I'll see you soon.
So this is Jeremiah 16 verse 19. Let me make it green. O Lord, my strength and my fortress and my refuge in the day of affliction, the Gentiles shall come unto thee from the ends of the earth, and shall say, surely our fathers have inherited lies, vanity, and things wherein there is no profit. So this is speaking about the whole phenomenon that is in this
video. Please forgive me, I'm just searching for my deity. Please forgive me, I'm a nerd who makes anomalies. Please forgive me, I'm just searching for my deity. Please forgive me, I'm a nerd who makes anomalies. Please forgive me, I'm just searching for my deity. Please forgive me, I'm a nerd who makes anomalies. Please forgive me, I'm just searching for my deity. Looking for another La La Land. I hope my mama gonna understand. Wonder who gon' wanna hold my hand. Every other friend is a searching for my ends. Making mistakes like each and every day. Trying to hack life, but I've always been a slave. They call us human capital, just rappers in some chains. From the cradle to the grave, will the system ever change? We're just searching for the truth. Can I put my faith in you? I'm not really in the mood. Please forgive me if I'm rude. Gonna make it happen, this my life and I'm the captain. Find it really sad that they say granddad is a maggot. trying to find the man, woman, child who made the planet. Represent the human race, I come in peace, apologies. Please forgive me, I'm just searching for my deity. Please forgive me, I'm a nerd who makes anomalies. Please forgive me, I'm just searching for my deity. Please forgive me, I'm a nerd who makes anomalies. Please forgive me, I'm just searching for my deity. Please forgive me, I'm a nerd who makes anomalies. Please forgive me, I'm just searching for my deity. Actually, you don't even got forgive me. Naturally, I'm just hoping that you feel me, cause we stuck in this orbit, whether you a Jew or Mormon. Searching for the number 7, meditate below the heavens, thinking about life forever. Like a pharaoh, I'ma be dead longer than I've been alive. Will I ever see my daddy's eyes? Will I ever breathe breath in another life? Where am I gonna go? Will I never ever cry? Where was I before? Never mind. Searching for these answers, but they say it doesn't matter. Spent my whole life in and out of school in that whole time, and I never ever knew that this life is not forever. We're just chasing perfect weather, but this life is not forever. Please forgive me, I'm just searching for my deity. Please forgive me, I'm a nerd who makes anomalies. Please forgive me, I'm just searching for my deity. Please forgive me, I'm a nerd who makes anomalies. Please forgive me, I'm just searching for my deity. Please forgive me, I'm a nerd who makes anomalies. Please forgive me, I'm just searching for my deity. Please forgive me, I'm just searching for my deity. Please forgive me, I'm a nerd who makes anomalies. Please forgive me, I'm just searching for my deity. Please forgive me, I'm a nerd who makes anomalies. Please forgive me, I'm just searching for my deity. Please forgive me, I'm a nerd who makes anomalies. Please forgive me, I'm just searching for my deity.